Magazine Monday, Magazine Monday. Because I missed a couple of Magazine Mondays, we're going to get back to it. Do our best not to miss those because Lord knows I love looking at a couple magazines. But first and foremost, yeah, that's a newer purchase. Got that at Reed's Hobbies. If you're ever in San Diego and you make it out to La Mesa, go to Reed's Hobbies. Good price, good model. Let's roll down over to the magazines. These two models are center beam flat cars from Walthers. I love these things. Obviously weathered by me, Timmy D. And it's just some basic stuff. Take a little bit of time. Add a little bit of rust. Add a little bit of weather. People are always like, how do you do the exposed metal look on the I-beams or center beams? Well, it's quite easy, actually. Number 2 pencil. Can you see the weather, the grime? It just looks like it's been scratched out. Just take a number 2 pencil and give it a little bit of exposed metal. There. That's the secret. It's not too tough. Model railroader today. We're only going to look at one. It's September 21 because I don't think we're going to have enough time to get to one of my favorite paint schemes and railroads, the Rock. But this is the new Rock. So cool. But let's get to this. September 2021. Here we go. Imagination. Remember, I have not looked at these prior, so let's see what we got. These magazines, by the way, are at least this stack that is over there buried underneath the Hooters, and a couple other things. Just too much crap around here. Still trying to get rid of stuff. That stack of magazines contributed by our very own engineer, Evan. Look at this. Rapido, the U25B. High nose, low nose. Either way, I love these units. I really like these units in SP. Look at that see-through grill with the actual fan right there. That looks neat. The General. Pennsylvania Railroad. If you haven't been to the Railroads Rock merch page, we have a triple R. Instead of the P, we did 3 R's, and that's Railroads Rock. But it still looks like the Pennsy logo. Copyright much? Maybe. I don't know. Don't care because I want you all to have a good time. I'll take the hit if you get the bit. So go on over to the Railroads Rock Show merch page and look at this Atlas HO scale GE-840B scale trains.com. Okay, here we go. I love -840Bs, especially in the blue and yellow. Let's keep moving. We got this up on the pink foam right now. We're weighted down because obviously Mahalo Bay's over there. We're cleaning out the garage. Everything's looking good. Also contributed by Mr. Engineer Evan. That beautiful toolbox. Love it. Woodland Scenics, you're the shit. I love all your pre-built stuff. You guys are really hitting a home run every single stinking day. Menards. FedEx. Boo. But I don't see UPS. But it's okay. I like FedEx too. All right, let's keep going. Buy our stuff. Buy our stuff. GP40. Look at that. Montana Rail Link. That's a great looking unit. Atlas. Well done, dude. Straight out of the box. That looks great. A little bit of Loke sound. Also another little something or other I'd love to get my hands on. GP7, Burlington Northern non-dynamic brakes with the winterization hatch over the back. Man, so cool. Chassis system, I love this paint scheme. Man, these are 2 paint schemes. I'd love to like take this locomotive with a -8 40B, or even like a old school, I don't know, maybe a 40-2 and run it up over to Hatchby on the La Mesa Club. So cool. 36-foot caboose. I like this. Random. What is that? ON30? Please be ON30. Don't know. If you're reading it, I'm reading it. I don't know. Got a nice little ET40AC from CSX. I like that. Always like looking at the new products. Sign of the times, but still stuff that is very relevant 4 years later, 5 years later. Sometimes looking at the magazines from the 90s and you still see stuff like this. I like this. This is a lovely little thing here. I mean, obviously this is an Atlas Trainman GP38, but I have the same one floating around somewhere from Athearn. I like this version better. The Athearn one is just like, hey, we don't give a shit. So here you go. This one has a little bit more umph to it and a little bit more I do give a shit. I love the Sinclair antenna. You got your nice little roof air conditioning unit. It looks like in this picture it doesn't have it, but maybe it does come with them. Obviously, let's look at the numbers, 2344, and come on, baby. Close in, zoom in. Oh, they're still the same, but just one's missing the air conditioner. Different eras? I don't know. Oh, look. I'm an idiot. Detail the diesel on a budget. I love it even more. So it doesn't come like that. Here's how it comes out of the box, and this is what you get. Crunk on a budge is always good whenever you're going crunk on a budge, as they say from the mid-2000s. Getting crunk on a budge. Small layouts with realistic goals. I just talked about this. Look at this little N scale layout. Realistic goals are, I've got a piece of oval track, a little bit of this. This is an old something or others from the 70s, foam mountains that I covered in joint compound. So you can still see the original foam, but then the top chopped down, add a little foliage, and then the bottom did some scoring on some joint compound, looks like rock, and now it rocks. Still got to put a bridge in there, but you can kind of see how it's looking. Pretty cool. So yeah, small layouts with realistic goals. I want to get that just for the sheer fact I want to do a read through. Look at that. That is so cool when you just see run down tracks. I was in New Jersey visiting family, and it was just so cool to see some of, there's actually an old thoroughfare, like a loading facility that goes into a Y along the main line, and it breaks off, and all the tracks have been like ruined. Semi-ripped out. Some of it is still there. But yeah. It's really cool to just kind of see how it's just broken into pieces, disheveled. I love when people model that. Look at this, Queen City. Rails to the Queen City. Boom. 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 Look at this stuff. God, nice little GP9. Winterization hatch, of course. Kemple Road. Imagination. These are just such great looking shots. Such great looking structures. You know, I will never refute somebody who really actually, look at those lampposts. Love it. LED technology. So wonderful. Nice and lit. Plenty of detail. Here, let me zoom in. Maybe that'll help. Boom. Look at that detail. That's what's up. And street lights at discount. This makes tons of sense. I'll actually do you one good. Let's go over here. You could see this mess of wires over here. And we have some diodes. But you could see street lamps, crunk on a budge. Those are going to go on the next little project. But yeah, I think I got 20 of those for like $5 off of the eBays. They got shipped in from China. And look at that. Squiggity squawk. Always love sharing your hobby with the, I would assume, grandkids. For me, it's the kids. My son loves running this guy. The good old whatnot. Let's go over to the Mahalo Bay really quick. Here's the extension. I got to fix this. I did some joint compound, and we're going to spray that, and then we're going to recoat it, and then maybe we'll do a waterfront like connector over to this, and then we'll do a lot of foliage along there. We'll get to it, but it's good things, man. Got the old little skaboodles out here sitting on top just for shits and giggles, and then obviously we've got the loco crawling through the tunnel. Yeah, let's turn that on for the rest of the magazine Monday. That is not on Monday. It's actually Friday, June something. Gotta love it. All right, let's get back to it. Boom. But yeah, a little bit of imagination, a little bit of can-do attitude, a little bit of a cool paint scheme. I love this paint scheme. Is that C&O? Oh, it is. Look at that. So nice. Not overdoing it, just doing what you do, man. And then look at this. Oh my gosh. Rail marine operations on a circle track? Stop traffic. No way. Look at that. You got a barge. This. I don't even... how are we even doing this right now? That looks so cool. Oh my gosh. My heart is full of awesomeness. Here, let's back out and zoom in. Look at that. No way. This is rad. I got to read this article now. I'm so excited. Okay. Continuing on. Continuing on. Oh, scale trains, N scale, UP standard turbine. Gasoline guzzler. Hence the giant gasoline tank and turbines. All right. Moving on. Actually, this is the one that I wanted to look at. Let's take a look at this really quick. First of all, a lot of people don't really pay attention a lot of the times. So let's see what we're missing. First of all, they got a nice little Sinclair antenna on the roof with an end of train device antenna somewhere over here. This all should have a totally different skaboodle. There should be an AC unit, a Sinclair box behind it with a communicator antenna behind that or with that. Horns in the right place. Everything else looks good. Chain's too big. I would replace that chain, but looks awesome. I always love the Atlas baseline model of this. They got the paint correct on this one. If you look at the old Atlas models, it was more of kind of like a lighter royal blue. Now they're actually getting into this nice Santa Fe blue. Love the yellow bonnets, always do, always will. Love this. Gonna have to spend some time to put in some ditch lights because shortly thereafter this came out, maybe 4 years after it came out, they were all ditch lighted. But yeah, roof details are totally wrong. I'm sure the thing sounds great and all that. I love this structure. Love this guy. Accurail, 2-bay covered hopper kit. Totes faves. Talk to my boy John Mariscalco. He will rant and rave about it just as I will. It is bang for the buck. Price is awesome. I really like this modern suburban station kit. Look at that. You got the metal roofing. Look at it from the top. Let's go. Zoom in. You got an AC unit, little air vent, all that other fun stuff. Looks good when you look at that. Just generic. I don't give a shit about any type of really cool artistic engineering. What the shit? This is an amazing, I don't even know what to say about this picture. Look at the palm tree, number one. Somebody spent some time because, as we all know, palm trees whoosh, are not exactly easy to model. So you have to do them right. You have to matte finish them. You can't give them too much gloss. You got to give them a little bit of, as I'd like to say, weathering. But a little bit of rusting, because palm trees tend to get a little bit brown towards the bottom and as the fronds push out. So to see that, that looks really good. And then I just love the tarping over this beat up engine. What a great shot. And let's see, Genesee and Wyoming owned San Joaquin Valley Railroad Company. Ooh, so this is pretty much before they rebuilt that GP, I think it was a GP38. Into what it became. This is a really cool historical photo as far as like they're really capturing the essence of an era. And look at this forklift. I used to drive a cat forklift over at Home Depot. Look at that. Great job. Good weathering, son. Love that. Great stuff on the water. Water looks great. Glistening and glossy. God, all these pictures are so great. I'm telling you, one thing with having YouTube change the game is people just do so much better modeling work. And also just with laser cutting, laser etch, and everything else in between. You can't get no better. Let's go, Cato. What do you got for us? I like it. That's good. September of 2021. I like this. First generation diesel icons. You got your Alco. You got your F unit. That's about all I got. Beautiful stuff. There's our nice little September 2021 Magazine Monday. Rock and roll, everybody. Be well. Remember, the most important signal you get is going to be your next one. Imagination. And we'll see you next time.